Hey, I'm Gory B Movie, and I'm a horror addict, and today I'm kicking off day one of Shocktober with a mostly spoiler-free review of Friend Request. Friend Request is a German paranormal horror film, but if subtitles are not your thing, you have nothing to worry about since it stars English-speaking actors. Horror fans might recognize Alicia debnam-carey from Fear the Walking Dead, Connor Palo from the Stakeland movies, and Britt Morgan from True Blood. So, should you catch Friend Request while it's still in cinemas? Well, I'm going to give you a run-through of the plot, and then we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the gory. Friend Request is about a girl that killed herself that comes back to haunt those that wronged her via Facebook. Of course, they try to unfriend the spirit, but that doesn't work, and then one by one they die in freak accidents. If you think that sounds a lot like the 2014 flick Unfriended, you're more right than you know. The film was originally titled Unknown Error, but had to be renamed Unfriend in Germany since Unfriended is called Unknown User in that country. Of course, internationally, Unfriend is too similar to Unfriended, and so we have Friend Request. The film that will do for Facebook what Unfriended did for Skype? Face it, boils and ghouls, it's only a matter of time before we get a Twitter horror movie. 280 characters of pure terror. Our protagonist is Laura, a nice enough girl that spends entirely too much time on Facebook. But considering how obsessed her friends are with her online activity, I guess that makes sense. Then we have Marina, the new transfer student with 0 friends. Marina decides that Laura is her new BF, so she sends her
a friend request.
Laura doesn't really know Marina, but she feels sorry for her. All of Laura's friends say that Marina is weird because she's quiet, she wears black, and she has a condition that causes her to pull her hair out. But Laura likes Marina's art, and she seems to want to prove to herself that she's nicer than her douchebag friends, so she accepts. After that, Marina gets a little clingy. She messages Laura all the time, she comments on all of her Facebook photos, and she invites herself to Laura's birthday party. Laura is understandably creeped out at this point, so she lies and says she isn't having a party, which might have worked if she didn't post pictures of herself celebrating with all of her friends on Facebook, i.e. Marina's stalker platform of choice. The next day, Marina confronts Laura about being left out, and they have a big argument in front of everyone in the campus lunchroom. At this point, Laura decides that Marina really is Crazy Flake, so she deletes Laura from Facebook. This sends Marina over the edge, so she kills herself and posts the video on Facebook for everyone to see. Marina's final curse is that Laura would know what it feels like to be lonely, and Marina isn't wrong. She haunts those closest to Laura and forces them to kill themselves in freak accidents. She then posts videos of these apparent suicides on Facebook from Laura's account with all of Laura's friends tagged. In doing so, she's not only killing off Laura's closest friends, but she's making the rest of the campus think that Laura's either a sociopath or a murderer. Going into this, I expected Friend Request to be similar to Unfriended. What I didn't expect is how much the second half of this film would remind me of two of my favorite J-horror movies, Ju-on and Ringu, or the American remakes, The Grudge and The Ring. Marina is a compelling, layered, and well-developed antagonist. She's both frightening and sympathetic like Sadako and Kayako. And like in Ringu and Ju-on, the second half of this film unravels like a mystery. Marina's body and all of her records are missing, and Laura's only hope of saving her loved ones is to find out who Marina was and locate her remains. Marina's backstory is interesting, and the film takes a few surprising turns in the final act. Thematically, Friend Request comments on internet addiction and the superficiality of Facebook friendship. It's also very relatable. Who hasn't tried to connect with somebody online that didn't reciprocate? Or had someone overzealously message them or stalk their profile online? I was also very impressed with Simon Verhoeven's direction and storytelling. He uses lighting to show the contrast between Laura and Marina and the change in Laura's environment from bright and warm to dark and desaturated. As much as I enjoyed Marina, I was fairly disappointed with Laura. She's a Mary Sue character, she is a little too perfect, and she lacks any real flaws. By contrast, her group of friends are douchebags, but not name-brand douchebags, they're more of the generic dollar store variety. They're dicks for the sake of being dicks. The only exception being Kobe Connor's character. He's like the summer breeze of this douchebag lot. The rest of the gang is forgettable, serving only to add to the body count. What really annoyed me about these characters is that all of their conversations conversations revolve around Facebook. The dialogue seemed forced and unnatural, serving only to deliver exposition and move the plot along. These characters also seem forced into scenes where they don't belong. Every scene of Laura checking her Facebook or receiving a message from Marina is accompanied by her friends or her BF commenting on it. Poor Laura just can't check her phone or her computer without one of these assholes looking over her shoulder. Also, for kids that we only ever see go to one class and never leave for work, I'm surprised they're able to afford their swank-ass apartment. It's huge, well decorated, and way too clean. I mean, really, a house full of college students and not a single pizza box? I call bullshit. For a paranormal flick, Friend Request racks up a pretty decent body count with 5 on-screen kills, including Marina's suicide. Visually, the scare seemed inspired by Asian horror films. In fact, some of the creepy art on Marina's Facebook wall looked like it belonged on Sadako's cursed tape. Now, I wouldn't call this a scary film, but there is some creepy imagery involving wasps, dolls, mutilation, and fire. There's also a fair amount of blood here, though it's of the uber red variety, the kind that pops on screen but doesn't look very realistic. Friend Request also boasts a few gory kills, similar to what we saw in Unfriended, and grisly enough to earn the film an R rating. However, most of the scares are of the cheap jump scare variety. There's also some questionable CGI and overzealous makeup. I mean, come on, are these kids tired or in a fight club? With all that color around their eyes, I can't tell. At any rate, while the scares do seem inspired by Asian horror, they lack the impact that films like The Eye, Ju-On, and The Ring have, so even with the R rating, I don't see Friend Request giving anyone nightmares. So, should you see it? Friend Request misses the mark on scares, but it delivers on story. It's not as good as movies like The Ring or The Grudge, but fans of those films might appreciate the story and the killer. I'd also recommend this to fans of similar films like Unfriended and Lights Out. So yeah, you should see it. You don't need to rush out and see it in the cinema, but it would make a great rental for a night of horror movies and chill. But I want to hear from you. Share your thoughts on Friend Request in the comments below, and I'll see all of you tomorrow for day 2 of Shocktober, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Near Dark. Thanks for watching. Cut!